It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll see Sammy Watkins. A nice showing in last week's contest, 112 yards. It's the Packers and the Giants, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
2021 wasn't quite the 11-touchdown outburst that we saw from Robert Tunyon the year prior. A torn ACL cost him half his season, and the Packers still believe he can be the impact player he was 2 years ago after his rehab. Pretty impactful play on that one, and it will move the chains.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Throwing Jones to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. And that'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and he is going to lose yardage here. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. The Giants at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day, and in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And Jones going to keep once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Barkley inside handoff. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Operating from the gun. Jones. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one incomplete. It also breaks a string of 7 straight completions as well as it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jones on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The Packers really committed to making Dillon a bigger part of their offense last season, and it's not hard to see why. The Bruiser finished 20th in the league with over 800 yards and caught more passes, 34, than he did in his entire college career.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
On 2nd and very short. Rodgers. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now it's Rodgers. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They'll go with Jones. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Powers through it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game.
It's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Packers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught by Malik Turner. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Pause here for an injured player. That's Kenny Galladay, who's in some pain out there on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing again on second down. Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Akins.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To throw again on second down. Jones to the right and complete to Galladay.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. His pass caught at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Gano's kick is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's the former Packer linebacker, Blake Martinez, with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd, and Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now Jones on 1st down. Turner's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
It's the former Packer linebacker Blake Martinez with the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, usually when you get a right-footed kicker on the right hash, his goal is to draw the ball back to the middle. But this time, it doesn't move at all. It ends up missing off to the right.
And New York set to take the field.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we
talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Green Bay, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.